last one, and this is the old cat lady blog. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to basically do a whole bunch of shout outs and talk about some nice Twitter feeds that I've come across, and have some people that I think are really funny and put themselves out there on Twitter. And the first one I want to talk about, and just, most of these people, some of them are part of businesses or they have paranormal things going on, and some of them just follow the they're like paranormal groupies, which is kind of cool. But it's really neat, and I really like looking at the stuff on their feeds. I mean, you have to kind of get around the ads and stuff that Twitter throws in there, but other than that, I mean, they have a lot of these people. Like, for example, the first one is someone who just followed me, Cinemania Off. And what I found on this was a pair of shoes that are made by a Italian company, and they're called Furoshiki shoes. They sell them primarily in Japan. I've never seen shoes like this. It's basically a rubber sole, and then it has this stretchy thing. And when they're completely unfolded, they kind of look like a baby diaper. I don't know. It's just, they're kind of really weird looking. But you put your foot in this thing, and then you just kind of wrap it around. And it says here they run for $140 in the U.S. Now, I'm not promoting these. I'm just saying I think they're kind of weird, and you might want to just go look at them. I personally would never pay $140 for something like this, but there might be some people who might have a real use for this kind of shoe, and I just think that it's really a cute little trendy thing going on with those shoes there. But I found that on Cinemania Off, and basically, Cinemania Off, they talk about all kinds of things. They give all kinds of official news stories, funny news stories, and some of this is pretty original. This is stuff I've not seen in other feeds, so that's what makes this one kind of unique. Where they find some of this at is priceless. I just, it's really cool. And so definitely check out Cinemania Off, and it is at Cinemania Off, and definitely follow them and just kind of look at some of the stuff that they've got on their feed. Let's see what else we got here. Who else do we want to talk about? I'm a Ghost Adventures fan, but I'm not a rabid Ghost Adventures fan. And I try to look at Ghost Adventures from a very objective viewpoint. But I have to say, I like Aaron Goodwin. I like Zach Bagans. I think Zach Bagans is really, he's a little too spiritual, I think, sometimes. I really, the whole museum thing I think is kind of cool. I actually know somebody who is going in very soon to Las Vegas to go to the Haunted Museum. But I like Aaron Goodwin because he just has never lost his humor and he hasn't changed much since the show began. And I think Zach has gotten more and more possessed since the show began. And I like the new addition. I think Dakota Layton, he came on maybe 2 years ago. Maybe I don't keep up with the seasons. I don't even watch it when it's on. I watch it like 3 days later or 4 days later. I go online and watch it. I don't have regular television. This is my television world right here. And so but I like Aaron Goodwin. I think he's really, I think he's funny, and I think he's really held on over the years. And so, Aaron, if you ever watch this, good going for you. Kudos. Let's see, who else do I want to say crazy stuff to? And I wanted to thank one of I've been told now, maybe not call them EVPs, the ITC recordings through my spirit box, through communication. I can't say it right. So I've been messing with these EVPs, and I've really been trying to analyze them and trying to get what out. And what I found out, and Roy Pullen One at Roy Pullen One, told me that basically it's difficult to get because you don't know where this entity is, the spirit that you're talking to. And so what you're hearing is not necessarily right in front of you. So sometimes, like for instance, if I stretch something or I apply a noise filter or noise reduction, what I first heard is not what I heard after I did that. And so I found this with some of these EVPs that I have, they're just not, I can't tell what they're saying. They're very loud and they're very strong, but because of that, there may be air that's causing, distortions in the voices. And so I've got some that are really neat. They're on my blog, which is past-one.snakenationpress.blog, which I will put on the bottom of the screen down here when I'm done. And I think that these are actually pretty awesome. And I've never, some of the ones that I've taken were from just 2 different sessions, and I'm still pulling EVPs from those. Maybe one day I'll actually get them all up on the blog. And let's see, who else did I want to talk about? This is an interesting one. It's called All New Sucks. And if you're like me, you watched 8,000 movies and listened to 10,000 albums made prior to the 21st century, you'd also look at the new stuff today and say, what the fuck? So I guess what he's saying is he prefers stuff that's from, when we had a 64K RAM system. I remember, okay, fine. Yeah, we're talking about old stuff there. Definitely. And so, but basically he's got some really nice, memorabilia, up here. Like, for example, there's he's got a picture of an Incredible Hulk comic book from way back. It's just said he might buy it anyway. But there's lots and lots of movie references, graphics, things basically from the 70s and the 80s. Maybe some of this is from the 90s and earlier, comic books, photographs. And so this is kind of neat. He's posted, people have posted up on his feed some Metallica videos and, Nightmare, 30 Days of Night, just lots of movies and stuff. So if you're kind of into memorabilia and you're kind of into older music and you're into, things that went on in the 70s, 80s, definitely check out All New Sucks. And it's at All New Sucks, and Sucks is spelled S-U-X. So it's at All New S-U-X. And so definitely check that one out, especially if you like memorabilia, comic books, old stuff. Definitely look that out, because everything that's all new just sucks. Yeah, I think he's got that pretty much right. Let's see. Okay, this one I like. This is Jamie Gypsy, J-I-P-S-E-E, and it's at JJ Ipsy. He's an investigator from Gypsy Paranormal, and he goes throughout the he has experiences in the paranormal world, which most paranormal investigators do. And he's got lots of spirit box sessions and things up here, things that he's done. He's done workshops with this, where you can interact. So he's got showing a lot of equipment, everything that they use. I really like this because he's a serious investigator, and so I can kind of go on here and watch videos and see what they're doing. And so definitely check out Jamie Gypsy, J-I-P-S-E-E, and it's at JJ Ipsy here on Twitter. And so let's see, we're on YouTube, there on Twitter. And so let me go back again. So that's a good one. I actually like that a lot. Another one I saw, Cryptid Hunter's back. He disappeared there for a little while. Someone wasn't feeling well, either himself or someone in his family wasn't feeling well. But Cryptid Hunter is back. He has definitely some good investigations. He has fun at it. And so this is another one you should definitely take a look at. And he is Cryptid Hunter, and it's at Cryptid Hunter NV. So it's at Cryptid Hunter Nevada NV. So definitely check that out. I mean, I like his videos. They're really good, and he's a serious investigator. He's not playing around. Let's see who we got here. Dun 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 dun. Oh, come on! I know I got some good ones here. Dun dun dun. Bum. Bruce, let's see what I get into this moment where I just can't think. I'm looking at this, I'm watching everything going down, and down the screen, because I'm trying to figure out who do I want to talk about that I've looked at that's really good. But there's so much. Oh, here we go. let me check this out because this is not one that I've looked at, but I think this is interesting. No, I'm not going to do that one. I just made my mind up. Let me see. Let me find something really good. And what I'm looking for is actually this one. Um, ah, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's one of them right there. Oh, let's see. No, spirits. Well, let's see here. I'm not doing really well. I have to like edit this out. I normally don't edit my videos like that, but this one I guess I'm going to have to because I'm just putting too much into this. Grindel Valdez. That's who it was. Grindel Valdez is at Grindel. If you don't know how to spell Grindel, then you've not read enough literature. Okay, Grindel is at GRENDELVALDEZ. Grindel Valdez, and basically, he loves everything paranormal and weird, and I just really like him. He has a sense of humor. I'm assuming it's a man. I cannot say for sure. This could be, like I said, I get into this whole gender thing that I don't really know for sure. But, we talk about, the passing of Harlan Ellison this past week, and we then before that, who we lost, Anthony Bourdain. We've been losing some really, again, 2018 isn't like what it was in I think it was 2016 when it's like everybody died. And so basically, I like Grindel because Grindel puts it out there. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He talks about different authors in the horror genre. He talks about people who don't behave themselves. And so it's things that are not politically correct, things that are politically correct. So you have different types of things. So he's sort of a hodgepodge of different things, but it's always either funny or something you can respond to. You always want to respond to Grindel Valdez. You always want to respond to his particular, his posts on his feed, because some of the things that he says are pretty funny. And sometimes, serious. But I like Grindel Valdez. If you can check out his or her or, their channel, then you should definitely do that. Grindel Valdez. I like the artwork on this feed too. It's kind of cool. Oh, let's see who else we got here. This is the last one I'm going to bore y'all with tonight. We're getting Chinese food, so I have to go eat my wonton soup. I love wonton soup, and I love wontons, and I love Mei Fun. If you've never had Mei Fun, it's like little rice noodles, and they put stuff in. I really like Mei Fun. Okay, here we go. GhostQuest.net at GhostQuest_USA. The best resource for paranormal enthusiasts. Check out our list of ghosts and haunted locations in all 50 states. Now let's go look at this. And we're going to go look. See. Slowly becoming, they're doing okay. They're doing all right. They get quite a few followers there. They're creating a web page. They haven't. Actually, it's funny. They have not tweeted in a while. Well, no, that's a pin post. Oh, okay, the pin post. Okay, they got a pin post up. It says, slowly becoming the largest paranormal resource center. Okay, it says they're doing a webpage, blog, and YouTube channel, so we're going to check that out. Looks like they have a Patreon page. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I like this. This is the first time I've looked at this. Now, let me go look. I want to see these locations because I'm not seeing that on the feed. So let me go over here to their website and see what we got. It's ghostquest.net. Now we have a list of haunting locations in the USA. 2,899 of them. Click a state. I'm going to click my state. And of course, the first one is, Savannah. You know something? I mean, I love Savannah. I've been to Savannah many, many times. Down on River Street, going down there, seeing the boats and the big sailboat, and going to the cemeteries and go to the little courts, in different places. But one of the things that I'm having an issue with, and that is watching, all the paranormal, the investigations, they're all following one another. Find some new stuff, right? Find some new places that nobody's been. I mean, how many times can you go to Waverly Sanitarium. How many times can you go to these places? And I understand that everybody wants to investigate and everybody gets some different results. But I think as an audience, me, I mean, I'm just talking for myself here. For an audience, I want to see new places. I mean, I don't know. Maybe other people just like seeing the same places over and over again. But if you, I mean, how many ghost hunters or paranormal investigators go to Savannah on a regular basis? Now, me, I go to cemeteries, okay, but the thing of it is I'm planning on going to a lot more cemeteries, different cemeteries you will have never heard of, and that's my goal in the next 6 months. And so, diversify, guys. Diversify. Find some new places, please, 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 because I love watching the different shows. But like, for example, one of the things that I'm looking for right here, like say here in Georgia, I'm in Georgia, and Americus is a very small town in Georgia, but Americus has the Windsor Hotel, and they happen to have it on their list. And I have actually been there. I've never stayed there, but I've been in there. These people are very kind enough there. They allow, if you will ask permission, they will let you walk around and take pictures and stuff in the lobby and on the stairwells. You just can't, bother around the rooms. But if you're there, they'll let you do it, and you just have to ask and be very polite. And so, the Windsor Hotel is a great place. Andersonville. You don't hear hardly anybody ever going to Andersonville, which was a Civil War prison. Hey, this place, people starved to death. There was horrible conditions in Andersonville. And so, that's another place that really, I don't see anything I seldom see anybody going to Andersonville. Another place, let's see, that I'm familiar with here. I see a lot here. So yeah, this is a really good resource. I can't argue with this resource. This is good. I want to see if my hometown is on here, which is not where I live now. I wish I did. What? Oh, okay. House of 1,000 Cadavers? Where is this at? Oh, you guys got to tell me where this is, okay? Because I've never heard of this. Jordan Vocational High School. This is a place where I want to go. I actually know a lot of people who went to Jordan Vacation. Jordan, it's not Jordan, it's called Jordan. You got to pronounce it right. Spelled Jordan, but it's pronounced Jordan. If you want to go there, if you say, where's Jordan High School? People are going to look at you like, what? But if you say Jordan High School, then it's exactly what you're talking about. I haven't heard of any, I have not seen any explorations done at Jordan. The downtown Riverwalk is another place of Civil War soldiers. There was a huge battle fought in that area. Springer Opera House is is been known to be haunted for a very long time. People have been investigating Springer Opera House from Columbus, people from Columbus, since I was a little girl. And they're talking about Twin Chapel. Okay, that's really funny. Twin Chapel Drive. It's actually Twin Chapel Road. I don't think it's Twin Chapel Drive. Another one is Gordy Mill Pond Road, which is in Casita, which is about, 15 miles south of Columbus. So I know about that place, and it's pretty interesting. This might be somewhere people should consider going. And you have stuff, let's see what else we got here. Dawson, which is like on 84 between Columbus and going towards South North Georgia. It's the Salem Church, and then the Amicalola Falls Lodge. So these are places, this is in Dawsonville. It's in Douglas. Douglas does something near Atlanta. A lot of these are here in Atlanta. Fort Oglethorpe. I have been there. I love Fort Oglethorpe. It's very beautiful on the battlefields there. And they have these big towers and different art features of this area that are just gorgeous. It's got Gainesville. This is really cool. This is all Georgia that I'm looking at. I mean, there's tons of places. And I can't remember seeing hardly any of these ever featured on any show. Except, of course, the Savannah one that has 47,000 of them on the list. Most It's Kind of Living Now is on this list. Let's see. Okay, they talk about, I'm actually living in Valdosta, Georgia, but only for another 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'm going to be gone from here. So, the Bell House. Now, this house was a pizza parlor. And I happen to remember when it was pizza parlor. And it was he says it's in this old house, and they just renovated. It was full of asbestos. They got it all cleaned up, and so it said there was a suicide. And but as far as I know, I have actually known people that have gone to the Bell House and have seen things when it was a pizza parlor, like chairs moving and stuff like that. So there's a couple of things there. There's a couple here that are not mentioned here. Waverly Hall, which is really near Columbus, the Waverly Hall Cemetery. Another thing is, several people went around New Hope. We're up in Pennsylvania this weekend, last week, and nobody was going to the New Hope Cemetery. I took pictures at New Hope Cemetery about 20 years ago. Red, beautiful, energetic orbs. I had so much going on in these pictures. So definitely, if you go back to New Hope, go to the New Hope Cemetery. Don't just hang around buildings. I mean, you'd be amazed at what you can find in other places. And so, yeah, this is a wonderful resource if you're looking for places that are haunted. It's called ghostquest.net. If you go there, they have a link at the top for haunted locations, and it's got a state's map. This is in the USA, so they have a state's map there. You just have to click on the state that you want to know about those haunted locations. Now, they put a lot into this because this does 2,899 locations. So, hey, all of you guys who are traveling and doing, paranormal investigations, and you're going around the country, and instead of going to these places where everybody's already been, and we're just kind of looking at it and go, oh, another video at Waverly Sanitarium. How nice. Okay, so instead, you can come here, and you can find places that you've never been and go there. And I think that would be really nice. Okay. Anyway, I am done. I'm out. I am moving in about a week and a half. I will no longer be where I am. I had mentioned this in an earlier video that I was going to be making some changes, and I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And I'm out of South Georgia. I'm done. Too long. So anyway, thanks guys. And the next time you see me, I will not be here. I will be somewhere else. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Now, of course, I lose my recorder. Okay. Anyway, bye.